So I figure it's time I give you the full tour and vision of what I intend to do with the property. It's 12 acres, heavily wooded, kind of perched up into some mountaintops, in a canyon with a year-round creek. All different types of trees, very, very densely packed. On the right, there's a big clearing. On the left here, you'll see the old trenches. These are basically washes from hydraulic dredging, where they would shoot big jets of water to gold mine. It left these really cool gulches, and that goes all along the left-hand side of this trail that I made. And again, on the right, there's a big clearing. Here we're going past the Three Sisters, as I've named them. Big cedar, probably 150 feet tall. And here we're pulling out into my favorite opening. I intend to put some kind of a cabin here, some sort of domicile, maybe a geodesic dome or a simple kit cabin. Now we're working our way down into the creek zone, and it is still very rough. I've barely even worked my way down into here to create a trail. I'm just now starting to, open it up so that my ATV can get through and I can walk without tripping, really. But I think this whole sort of area is going to lend itself to becoming my favorite zone of the property. And Tex knows best. He always kind of hangs out in the spots that I like to think are the best. And so we agree. Down here is pretty much just beautiful, and it has all the kind of topographical changes that I'm looking for. Kind of like here, the pathway is creating itself. It was the path of least resistance, and all I have to do is go in with a little weed whacker and a leaf blower. So let's make a path. All right, I'm gonna bring you on down to the creek. We're gonna show you what we got going on over here. So, I've already done a little bit of clearing, not a whole lot. Things like this made room for ATV to get through. This is one of the little zones. There's a better zone further down, and I'll show you that. There's like a little waterfall. This is the closest, and leads me to believe I need to consider it as one of my future zones. So I can set up right here, right on the creek. Yeah. Let's go take a little walk over to the other spot. I'll show you that too. pathway. So that clearing is kind of up that direction. It'll weave down. You got the spot by the creek right there. And then the trail is going to kind of weave through these big trees and further up the creek. I got more log work and stuff to do, you know. Take care of all these. You know, this place hasn't been touched in 150 years. Maybe never, actually. But it shows there's branches and tree trunks, and it's pretty easy to just trip just about anywhere. So it'll be nice to have a dedicated path at some point. I'll show you this little area. There's like a little pool. I think that pool is deep enough. I think that pool is deep enough to maybe dig it out in the summer and you can get a full submersion. Hell, you can get a full submersion right now. So I also own the other side of the creek, and it goes all down the other side, and all of that up there is Bureau of Land Management. So it'll never get built on, which is awesome. Come down here, I can find solace in the fact that this is never going to change. And I want to do like little footbridges that kind of go across the creek and onto the other side where I could have a sauna or a little art studio or, you know, the wood-fired hot tub. And this little zone is pretty cool too, because you got this nice flat pad right above the cool part of the creek. So I'd only have to take out a couple of trees, and this section right here could be a pretty rad little zone, you know. Could be right next to the creek. This is relatively flat. Take out a couple trees and this could be a domicile. Likely just one of the tents or yurts or simple lightweight structures. Yeah, pretty neat. You got this whole little zone back here. It's completely wooded. Relatively difficult to walk around at the moment, so gonna have to get back here and clear the path, you know. Some of the lower parts, they might swamp out in the rainy days, so I'd like to do kind of a raised redwood deck walkway, walking path, I should say. And of course, the land bridges, and the little creek bridges, walking bridges to go back and forth, I think are going to be such a cool little addition. Just this whole zone down here by the creek is really what sold me on this property. I feel confident that I can quarry all the rocks that I need and have all the space that I need right by the water to create the most incredible outdoor kitchen space you've ever seen. Pretty excited about that. So the final steps here are going to be to get the approach put in. We're going to have the driveway made by a contractor that is approved by the county, and then clear the gulch and make my way to this open clearing where there will ultimately be a pad. and a log cabin, probably a kit cabin or a geodesic dome. I'm still not sure yet. I'm kind of on the fence trying to decide. So we'll see where that goes. For now, I need to go make some money. So I'm off to Mexico, getting on a boat with my old captain, Captain Dad, and heading south. We're gonna go down to Puerto Vallarta. So I'll probably make an episode about that. It's gonna be really hard to say goodbye to this, but I'll be back, and I just need to take it slow. There's so much work to do. So let's go make some money, have some fun, catch some fish, do some cooking, and I'll be back here in no time. Thanks for watching.